Okay, very well. So that's why when you said globally, I had to bring him in because on the global stage, I mean, there's that issue of security. How
Okay.
secure is
Okay.
how
I,
secure is this channel?
okay. For blockchain technology, that's why blockchain election is a very good use case for blockchain because it's a technology that is transparent, right? And it's open and it's impenetrable. You can't break it because currently the cryptocurrency market's worth over 1 trillion, and you can't easily steal the money unless you actually transfer it from one person to another. You can tell me that money is more valued than a vote. And for a channel that is already secure enough to do transaction, normally people don't believe that you can have a digital money. Now there's digital money. So,
True.
so with that same technology, you can need to power the voting system to make it so transparent and so free, fair, and safe. So, but for me, like he said, it's not just about the technology. It's also about the channels. We need to leverage on the channels that we have. I can't go and stand on a queue just to vote when it's not safe, when I can vote from the comfort of my home. But with technology and a uniform identity management system, you could actually curb having INEC, having NMIC, having we have some of this data already. We have data from NIBS, that's the BVN.
Yeah.
We have the NMIC. We have passport immigration, and
Yeah.
we even have the elections. We could get everybody together on one identity system. Then from there, we could now build on top of it so that people can now vote seamlessly from their house. And based on all the channels I listed out, we have the USSD, you have, if you say, okay, we don't want people to vote from, okay, there's no technology or there's no internet in some remote
I was
environments.
going to bring that in
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, more you have more Nigerians, using mobile
yeah, device right now.
devices and internet. But even at that, I mean, if you look at the reach,
Yeah.
you know, and you look at the connectivity as
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be an avenue for hackers to hack into,
No, it won't be
you know?
because, for example, when you are underlying technology, which powers banks, which powers the telco industries currently, it's quite safe. So the channels itself is not the problem, it's the awareness. For example, if you have over 140 million people actually on their mobile phones, which is more than people voting. So we have the
But
access is there.
are all those people of voting age? That's another question.
Yeah. For you to register your SIM, you must have to be of a certain age. So based on the statistics and everything, you will know that those above voting age will be more than 100 million.
At least.
Yeah.
Let me again bring back Kolade. Kolade, so we're looking at these statistics. We're looking at the number of people that are connected to the internet, but we're also looking at the fact that connectivity as well as reach of the internet service providers in the country, especially to the rural areas. I mean, wouldn't that be an avenue for people to hack into the system, so to speak, like we've seen, like the case study that you made mention of, with the U.S. elections?
Well, the truth is, for every technology, there's always a loophole. There's no two way about it. Be it the crypto technology, be whatever technology, you get it. There's always a loophole. There's always a downfall. But this is it, and this is exactly my point. It is good to bring in technology. It will help in some way. But as a country called Nigeria, and at the level of development we have as of today, is it what I see us achieving as of today? No. A capital no. And this is the reason. If you're looking at the cost of deploying the same technology in rural area, we have to provide internet access. It's not as if you just get a modem and go and put there. You have to install a dish to gain internet access. You get it? And how many homes do you want to make that happen? And if you're saying you want to use the GSM line, you get it? As in, there are things you won't even want to do. You get it on your GSM line. Look, there's still so many things to it. You have to think about, okay, how do you authenticate people? You get it? Okay, fine. You enter a PIN code. Look, things have to work seamlessly. So for this election, I don't see us ready to do that. But for subsequent election, if we have it in mind, okay, we want to achieve this, then we can build and work towards it. Because to me, for everything, there's always a loophole. And I will say it again, we can put in the best of the technology. You can encrypt your data transmission end to end, but it's still going somewhere. And remember, some people are still sitting down to write these codes to say, okay, you know what, this is how I want you to behave. This is how I want you to work. And if there's a flaw in that, it becomes a major, major, major problem. Then how do we now integrate, okay, the usage of this technology with the manual usage that we are used to? That's another thing we have to look at. So to me, none of it is cheap. Technology too is expensive. If you really want it secure, is expensive because you have to pay people full time to monitor. You have to pay people full time
Yeah.
to
So
track them down.
what Bamidele is saying is that you know, the money that is being spent on looking at the money that's being spent on ad hoc staff. If you look at that money, if you look at the fact that there is some form of, you know, insecurity as well to their lives. I mean, why not? If not, why not put that money in technology?
And exactly what we are still saying here. And I said it that this thing is fine, but there's still a but to it coming from the back end of where we are coming from. Tell me, is it that bush in Samfara that you want to, as in, just imagine there must be, you must have massive infrastructure, not just relying on this infrastructure of maybe the mobile phone, as people want to always rely on that. Okay, since people can use the mobile phone to, you are restricted to what you can use the mobile phone to do. We also need to remember that. And if we want to adopt that as technology in terms of security and transmitting of our election process, we must have times two of the security process that other countries use. Because I know our country called Nigeria, they will go any length, they will try anything out. You get it compared to other countries who, okay, fine, this is what we are doing, this is how we're doing it, this is how we're going to do it.
All
We are
right.
still more honest. You get it? So, but to us Nigerians, we're going to try things out. You see people from day one, they'll begin to see how they will break into the system. And nothing is 100% proof.
All right, I'll come back to you again, but you know, you were nodding your head. You kind of seem to be, you know, agreeing with him on some of the things he said. But you know, just hold your thoughts for a second. I mean, I'll give you that opportunity to, you know, relay back on what he said. But we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in a moment. Please stay with us.